Title: 4 shockingly sweet fruits that help fight diabetes, surprising even doctors. Who would have thought that the very fruits many people with diabetes avoid like the plague are actually golden remedies to help lower blood sugar and protect the heart? We tend to think that anything sweet must be avoided, cut out completely. But in reality, there are some fruits that are sweet in a very kind way. They help cool the body, support the liver and kidneys, and most importantly, stabilize blood sugar. Let me reveal something interesting. Even endocrinologists have been surprised to see patients who regularly eat these 4 fruits each week. The results show their blood sugar not only doesn't spike, but actually decreases over time. Have you, my dear friends, ever missed out on any of these fruits? And how should you eat them to get the most benefit without gaining weight, spiking your sugar, or causing internal heat? Right now, I will share the details on 4 fruits that are incredibly sweet and common, yet are the nemesis of diabetes, especially in older adults. The first fruit, ripe papaya, a sweet miracle for those with diabetes and poor digestion. Have you ever sat before a plate of golden ripe papaya, as soft and luscious as honey, and hesitated? You were afraid of the sweetness, afraid of your blood sugar rising, afraid you'd regret it later. But are you sure you truly understand papaya? I still remember a summer afternoon at my grandmother's house in the countryside. My grandmother, then over 70, would cut the papaya herself and offer it to the whole family. She'd say, "I've been eating this fruit since I was a girl. I don't see any diabetes. I just feel my stomach is light and my body is strong," she would say with a gentle smile. Back then, I didn't believe it. It wasn't until I studied and worked in the health field that I was astonished. Ripe papaya is truly a precious fruit. It's both mildly sweet and a tonic for the elderly that few people know about. Why is that? Ripe papaya contains an enzyme called papain. It acts like a biological blender, helping to break down food in your intestines, detoxify the colon, and fight constipation, a silent suffering for many older adults. Not only that, but the sugar in papaya is mostly natural fructose. It's absorbed slowly and doesn't cause a sharp spike in blood sugar. In fact, when eaten in the right amount, it can even help stabilize blood sugar thanks to its rich, soluble fiber content. Did you know, folks? According to a study from a leading university, people with diabetes who ate 100 to 150 grams of ripe papaya daily for 3 months had significantly more stable blood sugar levels than the group who didn't. That's not magic. It's the combined effect of the enzymes, vitamins A and C, potassium, and antioxidants in papaya. They soothe the blood vessels, calm inflammatory responses, and help the heart beat as steadily as a calm heartbeat. However, papaya also has its own personality. Eat it right, and it's a friend. Eat it wrong, and it becomes a foe. Don't eat too much. About 100 to 150 grams at a time is just right. And especially, don't eat it on an empty stomach, as the strong enzymes can irritate your gut. People with severe stomach issues should also eat it after a main meal for better digestion. So, the question I want to ask you is this. If just 1 plate of ripe papaya each morning can help lighten your stomach, lower your blood sugar, cool your liver, and help you sleep better, why would we ignore this simple yet miraculous gift? I believe that after watching this, someone will slap their thigh and say, "Why did I only just find out how good papaya is?" If you've missed out before, try a small plate of papaya starting tomorrow and feel the difference. And if you find today's advice helpful, please leave a comment. I will eat papaya for healthy digestion and light as a cloud blood sugar. The second fruit, ripe bananas, a sweet sword that defeats high blood sugar and erratic blood pressure. Who would believe that eating 1 banana every morning could help a person with diabetes avoid heart complications and stabilize their blood pressure as if they were taking medicine? Yes, it sounds hard to believe, but it's a truth proven by both science and generations of folk wisdom. Folks, many people still think bananas are sweet, and sweet things must be avoided, especially for people with diabetes. But that's a real shame. because that very thought has caused so many people to miss out on a natural remedy sitting right in their kitchen. A ripe banana, not too green and not too mushy, is the perfect morning gift that an older person's body desperately needs, especially after the age of 60. Why, you ask? Let me share the story of Leo, a 68-year-old from Austin, Texas. He used to suffer from both blood sugar and blood pressure imbalances. He was very meticulous, checking his sugar and heart rate after eating anything. One day, I suggested he try eating a banana for breakfast instead of white toast. He was skeptical but decided to give it a try. After 3 weeks of consistently eating one banana each morning, his blood sugar became more stable. He no longer felt dizzy, and best of all, his afternoon naps became deeper. What's so special about bananas? A lot, actually. They contain resistant starch, which is absorbed slowly and doesn't cause a rapid blood sugar spike. At the same time, bananas are rich in potassium, an essential mineral that helps stabilize blood pressure and prevent blood vessel constriction, which can lead to strokes in older adults. Notably, the tryptophan in bananas converts to serotonin in the body. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that creates feelings of relaxation, promotes good sleep, and reduces anxiety. You see? One banana regulates sugar, soothes the nerves, supports the heart, and aids digestion, all while being incredibly affordable and easy to find. However, you also need to be careful. Don't eat overripe bananas with many black spots on the peel, as their simple sugar content is higher than. And don't eat them on an empty stomach, especially if you have a weak stomach. It's best to eat them after breakfast. I want to ask you all this. If just one banana each morning can help you feel clear-headed, keep your blood pressure stable, your heart healthy, and your sleep sound, would you want to try it starting tomorrow? If you agree, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I choose a banana every morning to beat high blood sugar and keep my heart safe. The third fruit, red apples, a fortress against diabetes, stroke, and aging in older adults. If eating just one apple a day could lower blood sugar, reduce bad cholesterol, prevent hardening of the arteries, and slow down aging, then why do so few older adults eat apples regularly? I'm asking seriously, folks. Have you ever heard the familiar saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away"? It might sound like a catchy slogan, but in the medical world, it's a truth backed by numerous credible studies. Apples, especially red ones, are a fantastic fruit for older adults. They are not only refreshingly sweet and easy to eat and digest, but inside they hold a treasure trove of soluble fiber called pectin. Pectin acts like a natural filter, helping to reduce the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream after a meal. For those at risk of diabetes or currently managing their blood sugar, this is truly a steadfast companion. I clearly remember Carol, a 73-year-old in my neighborhood. She wasn't fond of fruit, but ever since her son advised her to eat an apple instead of cookies every afternoon, she's felt her stomach is lighter and she sleeps better. Her blood pressure is more stable too. It's strange, but since I started eating apples, I've had less shoulder pain and insomnia, she said, smiling as she peeled an apple to share with her grandkids. Did you know, folks? Besides controlling blood sugar, red apples are also rich in quercetin and flavonoids. These are two powerful antioxidants that help protect nerve cells, reduce inflammation in blood vessels, slow down brain aging, and prevent strokes. They are even likened to blood guardians because they help lower bad cholesterol and clean the arteries. This is especially important for older adults. But you need to be mindful when eating apples. You should eat the peel as it contains the most flavonoids, so wash it thoroughly or choose organic apples. Don't eat apples on an empty stomach as the acid can cause discomfort. It's best to eat them in the morning or early afternoon when the body needs a gentle cleansing. So, are you ready to add one apple to your daily menu to build your own wall against high blood sugar and prevent aging? If you agree, please leave a short line. I choose apples to keep my mind sharp, my blood clean, and my heart healthy. It's a small commitment that can lead to big changes if you truly begin. The fourth fruit, ripe mango, a sweet, two-faced character that is medicine when eaten right and poison when eaten wrong. It may sound contradictory, but it's absolutely true. Mango, a fruit so intensely sweet it seems like it should be on the forbidden list for diabetics, is now recognized by nutrition experts for its ability to help stabilize blood sugar, fight inflammation, lower cholesterol, and improve vision. So, what's really going on beneath the golden skin of a ripe mango? My dear friends, if you only judge a mango by its sweetness, it's easy to label it a blood sugar culprit. But a moderately ripe mango, eaten in the right amount and at the right time, contains many valuable active compounds. The first is mangiferin, a powerful anti-inflammatory polyphenol. It has the ability to inhibit the enzyme alpha-glucosidase, which is the enzyme that breaks down carbohydrates into sugar. This means that eating mango can slow down the process of sugar absorption into the blood. I once met Helen, a 75-year-old woman. She had feared mangoes for 10 years, avoiding them completely because she was scared of a diabetic shock. But when she was guided on how to eat mango correctly, she tried eating 100 grams in the mid-morning without any added sugar or salt. Surprisingly, after a month, her blood sugar check showed it hadn't increased. In fact, her blood pressure was more stable, her eyes were less blurry, and she slept more deeply. "I don't know why, but I feel my mind is much clearer," she said with a smile, her eyes sparkling like the color of the mango itself. Besides its ability to support blood sugar, mango is also rich in vitamin A and lutein. These are substances that help protect the retina, prevent macular degeneration, and dry eyes in older adults. The fiber content in mango is also quite high, which aids digestion and prevents constipation, a silent but dreaded problem in old age. However, a mango can easily turn on you if you eat it wrong. Don't eat more than 100 to 120 grams per serving, because mangoes still contain a lot of sugar. Don't eat mangoes in the evening, as they can cause internal heat, bloating, and indigestion. Don't eat mangoes with chili salt, as it will raise your blood pressure and upset your electrolyte balance. I'll ask you just one question. Are you willing to look at mango with new eyes, to take advantage of its good side instead of automatically labeling it as the enemy? If the answer is yes, then today a mango is not just a fruit, but an opportunity to live healthier, happier, and longer. You see, folks, not everything sweet is an enemy to people with diabetes. On the contrary, if you know how to choose and eat them correctly, the very fruits you thought you had to avoid can become natural miracle cures. They help stabilize blood sugar, keep the heart healthy, and even lighten your spirits. I truly appreciate those of you who have patiently listened this far. It shows that you not only care about your own health, but are also willing to learn in order to live a long, happy, and healthy life. If you found what I shared today useful, please press the like button on this video and share it with your loved ones. Who knows, just a gentle reminder could help someone avoid dangerous complications later on. But if you eat fruit the wrong way, at the wrong time, or combine it with the wrong foods, then medicine can easily turn into a silent, poisonous fate. The question is, why do many people eat fruit very regularly and carefully, yet their blood sugar remains high, their heart remains weak, and their arteries remain clogged? Have we made mistakes that we're unaware of? Next, I will warn you about the 4 most harmful habits that older adults often have when eating fruit. And notably, there's one habit that seems harmless, but is silently destroying both the pancreas and the cardiovascular system every day. Please don't look away. Harmful habit number 1, eating fruit immediately after a full meal. You think you're adding vitamins, but you're actually forcing your pancreas to overwork. Allow me to be direct. If you still have the habit of eating fruit for dessert right after a main meal, please stop it today. It sounds unreasonable, but this seemingly good habit is causing millions of older adults to experience sudden blood sugar spikes and fatigue. In the long run, it can even cause pancreatic fibrosis, damage to artery walls, and increase the burden on the heart, all without them knowing. Why is it so dangerous? After eating a meal, especially one with a lot of starches like white rice, noodles, or bread, the sugar level in your blood has already started to rise. The pancreas has to secrete insulin to process that sugar. If you immediately eat more fruit, which also contains sugar, even if it's natural sugar, the pancreas is forced to secrete insulin a second time while it's still running at full capacity. Repeating this day after day will cause the pancreas to become exhausted and weak, leading to a loss of blood sugar control. For older adults, this can easily lead to irregular heartbeats, high blood pressure, and even unexpected strokes. I know many of you still think, what's the harm in a little fruit for dessert? But the truth is, dessert after a main meal is not a healthy habit. This is especially true for people at risk of diabetes, fatty liver, or hardened arteries. So, the advice here is to let your stomach rest for at least 1 hour after a meal before eating fruit. If you do eat fruit, choose low sugar, high fiber types, and eat a moderate amount. Folks, sometimes just a small change in habit can prevent major health consequences down the road. If, after hearing this, you realize you've made this mistake, don't be sad. Knowing so you can change is the most valuable thing. And if you want to remind yourself and your loved ones, please leave a simple comment. I will not eat fruit right after a meal anymore. It's a small statement, but it could be the first step to giving your pancreas a rest and having a healthier heart every day. Harmful habit number 2, drinking fruit juice instead of eating the whole fruit. You're pouring sugar straight into your blood without even realizing it. Folks, I need to say this with a sense of urgency. If you have a habit of juicing fruits to drink every day, especially with the hope of getting more vitamins or replacing a snack, that is the shortest path to flooding your bloodstream with sugar, completely unchecked. Why is that? When you juice a fruit, you are removing almost all of the fiber. Fiber is the precious component that slows down the absorption of sugar into the blood. Juice, whether it's from oranges, apples, watermelons, grapes, or mangoes, contains fructose and glucose. These are 2 types of simple sugars that the body absorbs extremely quickly. When you drink juice, the sugar goes straight into your bloodstream without any barrier. This causes your blood sugar to skyrocket in a short period of time. The danger lies in the fact that drinking juice feels very light. It doesn't make you feel full like eating a whole fruit does. Therefore, it's very easy for you to drink double or triple the intended amount without realizing it. And that only increases the risk of prolonged high blood sugar, a tired pancreas, a racing heart, and a disrupted nervous system. I know many older adults prefer juice because it's easy to swallow and digest, and you don't have to worry about choking like you might with chewing. But please, don't forget that chewing itself is part of the digestive process. It helps activate enzymes in your saliva, which aids digestion and provides better sugar control. So, what's the solution here? Prioritize eating whole fruit, cut into small pieces, and chewed thoroughly. If you absolutely must drink juice, dilute it with water, add no sugar, and limit it to less than 4 ounces per serving. Absolutely do not use juice as a substitute for a main meal or snack for anyone with blood sugar issues. Have you ever thought that the glass of juice you drink every morning might be the very reason you feel tired, dizzy, or wake up in the middle of the night with a racing heart? If you realize that today, please leave a comment. I choose whole fruit to control my blood sugar and protect my heart. Just by changing this small habit, you're helping your body escape a host of silent complications. Harmful habit number 3, eating fruit late at night. You're silently causing your blood sugar to spike while your body needs to rest. Quite a few people, especially older adults, have a habit of eating fruit after dinner or before bed. They think it's a light, easy-to-digest way to get some vitamins before sleeping. But did you know, folks, that this is one of the most serious habits for disrupting blood sugar, and many people are completely unaware of it? After 8 p.m., the activity of the pancreas slows down. The body's rate of sugar metabolism also decreases. If you consume a portion of fruit at this time, especially sweet varieties like bananas, grapes, mangoes, or lychees, the natural sugar won't be processed in time. This leads to a sugar surplus in your blood throughout the night. And what's the danger? It's the phenomenon of a silent blood sugar spike during sleep. This can cause insomnia, a racing heart, and a feeling of being hot. It can even make you wake up the next morning feeling tired, dizzy, and sluggish for a long time. Furthermore, many fruits are considered warming or hot in nature. Eating them at night can stimulate the stomach, causing bloating and acid reflux, which directly affects your sleep. So, have you ever asked yourself why you don't sleep well, even though you didn't eat a heavy meal or drink coffee? The cause might just be that supposedly healthy plate of fruit. Unfortunately, this habit is very common, and few people suspect it's eroding their health in the long run. When blood sugar rises at night, the pancreas still has to work when it should be resting. This not only prevents the body from recovering properly, but also reduces its ability to regulate blood sugar the next day. This is a vicious cycle that's hard to break if not corrected in time. Instead of maintaining a convenient but risky habit, you should reconsider your fruit eating schedule to align with your body's natural rhythm. If you realize you've made this mistake, please don't hesitate to leave a reminder. I will not eat fruit after 8 p.m. to protect my blood sugar and my sleep. It's a small commitment, but it can lead to restful nights and truly light, refreshing mornings. Harmful habit number 4, combining fruit with condensed milk, chili salt, or syrup. This is a deadly trio that is silently destroying the cardiovascular system and causing blood sugar mutations. Have you noticed, folks? A simple plate of fruit, if seasoned the wrong way, can instantly turn into a sweet bomb that's dangerous for people with diabetes. Many people, from the young to the old, have a habit of sprinkling condensed milk, syrup, chili salt, or shrimp salt on their fruit to make it more flavorful and delicious. Especially with sour fruits like green mangoes, ambarella, or guava, dipping them in salt or pouring condensed milk on top seems to have become an essential habit. But this seemingly harmless combination is actually disrupting your metabolism and breaking down your body's natural insulin regulation mechanism. Condensed milk and syrup are sources of extremely high refined sugar. This is completely different from the natural sugar found in fruit. When you eat fruit, which already contains fructose, and then add a large amount of simple sugar from condensed milk, your blood sugar will spike dramatically. This overloads the pancreas in a short amount of time. For older adults, especially those who already show signs of insulin resistance, this situation can easily lead to a hyperglycemic crisis, irregular heartbeat, and even a reactive drop in blood pressure. What about chili salt or shrimp salt? The extremely high sodium content, combined with capsaicin from the chili, can cause blood vessels to constrict and blood pressure to rise suddenly. This can make your heart race and leave you feeling dizzy and tired after eating. Think about it, folks. A snack that's supposed to be for fun is actually destroying your pancreas, blood vessels, and entire cardiovascular system every day. Is it worth the trade-off? I sincerely advise you to completely avoid commercial salts when eating fruit. Do not add condensed milk, syrup, or any other sweetener to your fruit. Practice eating it in its natural state, because that simplicity is the real gift to your health. If you've made this mistake in the past, please leave a reminder for yourself. I will eat fruit the right way, with nothing added, to stop harming myself. It's a small change, but it's a protective barrier for your heart, pancreas, and blood vessels against hidden dangers. You see, folks? Just a few seemingly small habits when eating fruit, like eating right after a meal, drinking juice instead of the whole fruit, or eating late at night, are enough to push the body into a vicious cycle of blood sugar, cardiovascular, and digestive system disorders without us even knowing. But I understand that none of us intentionally make mistakes. The problem is just that we haven't been guided correctly. And if today you've realized what to avoid, that is a very positive sign. Because from now on, you can absolutely change and rewrite your own health passport. So the question is, how should you eat fruit to lower your blood sugar, brighten your eyes, strengthen your heart, and sharpen your mind without worrying about side effects? Next, I will share the 4 principles for eating fruit at the right time, in the right way, and in the right amount. This will help you not only control diabetes, but also feel your body rejuvenating day by day. An apple at the right time, a piece of papaya at the right hour, can sometimes be a natural medicine that even modern science cannot replace. Are you ready? Let's move on to the next section. Principle 1. Eat fruit at the right time. Morning and between meals are the golden hours for stable blood sugar, a sharp mind, and a healthy heart. Folks, everyone knows that eating fruit is good. But when you eat it is what truly helps the body absorb the maximum nutrients without raising blood sugar. The answer is in the morning after waking up or between main meals. These are the golden hours that our bodies are waiting for to receive nutrients from fruit. Why is that? In the morning, after a long night without food, the body's blood sugar level is naturally stable. This is when the pancreas is working gently, blood vessels are well dilated, and the nervous system is fresh. A moderate amount of fruit at this time is like a cool, refreshing stream that awakens every cell. It supplements vitamins and gently stimulates bowel movements, reducing constipation, something many older adults silently endure every day. Additionally, eating fruit between main meals around 9:30 a.m. or 3 p.m. helps maintain stable blood sugar. It prevents the feeling of being famished, shaky, or tired without putting pressure on the pancreas or stomach. This is the time when the brain needs a light refuel, and the heart is in a balanced biological rhythm, making it perfect for fruit to exert its full effect. Ask yourself, have you ever eaten fruit at the right time, or do you just eat it whenever you feel like it? A simple thing like adjusting your fruit eating schedule may seem small, but it's the key to stabilizing blood sugar, improving memory, and lightening the load on your heart. If you now understand these golden hours, please leave a short comment to remind yourself every day, I will eat fruit in the morning and between meals to nourish my body correctly. The journey to a healthy life begins with the moments we choose to love ourselves at the right time. Principle 2. Eat the whole fruit and chew thoroughly. This allows the fiber to act as a blood sugar shield and awakens the digestive system. Many people mistakenly believe that just eating fruit is good enough for their health. But what few people pay attention to is how they eat it, which is the deciding factor in whether fruit becomes a miracle cure or a double-edged sword for older adults. Instead of juicing it or cutting it into small pieces and swallowing it quickly, eat the whole fruit and chew it very well. Because when you chew thoroughly, you are helping your body secrete enzymes in your saliva. This is the first step in the chain of metabolizing sugar, starch, and nutrients. Every chew is a way to help the pancreas reduce the burden of absorbing glucose into the blood. Notably, chewing thoroughly also sends a signal to the brain that the body has had enough. This reduces feelings of hunger and prevents overeating. This is a crucial key to controlling weight and blood sugar in older adults. Furthermore, eating the whole fruit means retaining all the soluble and insoluble fiber. These tiny fibers act as a natural shield, slowing down the rate of sugar absorption, stabilizing the glycemic index after meals, and even helping the intestines eliminate toxins. Folks, think about it. If you eat an apple or a piece of papaya every day but swallow it in a few minutes, is it any different from drinking a glass of juice with no fiber? Don't trade convenience for your health. Go a little slower when you eat, and you'll go much faster on your journey to a long and healthy life. If you realize you've been neglectful in this small habit, please leave a reminder to change together starting today. I will eat whole fruit and chew thoroughly to help stabilize my blood sugar and improve my digestive health. A small change in how you chew is a big step in loving your own body. Principle 3. Combine fruit with supportive foods to create a double shield. This will stabilize blood sugar and increase nutrient absorption. Eating fruit alone is good, but if you know how to cleverly combine it with supportive foods, the benefits you receive will not just be vitamin supplementation. It will also lead to more stable blood sugar, a healthier heart and digestive system, and a stronger immune system. Many nutrition experts around the world recommend that older adults combine fruit with a source of healthy fat or light protein. This helps to slow down the absorption of sugar and increase the effectiveness of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Specifically, you can eat fruit with a few almonds, walnuts, or chia seeds. They provide good fats and antioxidants that help prevent inflammation in blood vessels and stabilize blood sugar. A cup of unsweetened yogurt is another great combination. This pairing helps increase beneficial gut bacteria, improves digestion, and at the same time, slows down the post-meal blood sugar spike. A small piece of cheese or a slice of whole wheat bread also works well. The protein and fiber in these items act as a filter, keeping sugar levels from rising too quickly. The important thing is to maintain balance. Do not add sugar, and do not use sweetened yogurts or commercial toppings like syrup, jelly, or sweet cereals, as those will have the opposite effect. Have you ever wondered why you eat the right fruits, but your blood sugar still goes up and down erratically? It might be because you're eating them alone, without a supportive partner, so your body can't take full advantage of their benefits. If you want to try the small change today to feel a big difference, please leave a reminder. I will combine fruit with healthy foods to better control my blood sugar and digestion. It's a simple change that can help you maintain your flexibility, mental clarity, and heart safety for the long term. Principle 4. Rotate various types of fruit. This prevents the body from being overloaded with sugar and allows it to absorb a diverse range of essential nutrients. A silent mistake that many older adults make is eating the same one or two favorite fruits over and over all week or even all month. For example, only eating bananas, mangoes, or apples because they are agreeable, easy to find, and easy to eat. But this very repetition is causing the body to lack important micronutrients and can silently lead to blood sugar imbalances. This is because each type of fruit has a different nutritional profile. Some are rich in vitamin C, some are rich in fiber, some contain heart-healthy flavonoids, and others are rich in beta-carotene for eye protection. If you only eat from one group, you will miss out on essential nutrients for your immune system, nervous system, and even bone health. Moreover, each fruit also has a different glycemic index, or GI. Eating only a medium GI fruit like bananas or mangoes without rotating in low GI fruits like guava, apples, or grapefruit will make blood sugar harder to control in the long run. Have you ever asked yourself why you're on a very strict diet, but your blood sugar still fluctuates like a graph? The answer sometimes lies in the monotonous repetition in your daily fruit menu. Therefore, I advise you to make a list of 7 fruits that are good for diabetes, heart health, and digestion, and then rotate them throughout the week. One type each day is both delicious and helps your body fully absorb the necessary vitamins and minerals. If you recognize the value of diversifying your fruit intake today, please leave a message to commit to a change. I will eat a rotation of many types of fruit each week to live healthier and longer. It's just a small action, but it opens up a whole natural treasure trove of nutrition for your body, folks. So now you understand that eating fruit correctly is a way of using medicine without a prescription. Choosing the right type, at the right time, with the right combinations, and knowing how to rotate and change. Just by doing that, your body can gently rebalance its blood sugar, your digestion will be smoother, your sleep will be deeper, and your heart will beat more steadily, all without a single pill. I truly appreciate everyone who has patiently listened until this point. It shows that you not only know how to listen to your body, but also have the will to take control of your health. If you can maintain the 4 principles we just discussed, I believe that old age will be the most peaceful period of your life. You'll no longer struggle with diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol as many people complain about. But there is one more very worrying thing that many of you are unintentionally doing. There are some hidden sweet fruits that look harmless on the outside, but contain very high amounts of natural sugar on the inside. They can destroy the pancreas, cause blurry vision, and even push an older person to the brink of a stroke or kidney failure. The question is, are you accidentally eating the 5 fruits that seem harmless, but are silently destroying your body every day? Next, I will point out the 5 most dangerous hidden sweet fruits that older adults should absolutely avoid, no matter how much they love them. Please stay alert, because what I am about to share might startle and shock many people. 1. Lychee, a fruit that is intensely sweet but hot and can easily cause acute blood sugar disruption. Lychee is one of the most beloved summer fruit, juicy, fragrant, and easy to eat. But for older adults, especially those with diabetes or underlying heart conditions, lychee is the most dangerous sweet temptation. Just 100 grams of lychee, which is about 10 to 12 fruits, contains nearly 17 grams of sugar. The type of sugar in lychee is absorbed into the blood extremely quickly, causing a sudden spike in blood sugar, putting a heavy burden on the pancreas and making blood pressure fluctuate erratically. Additionally, lychee has a heating property which can easily cause internal heat, rashes, insomnia, and bloating, especially when eaten in the afternoon or evening. Many studies have also shown that eating a lot of lychees on an empty stomach can cause a reactive drop in blood sugar. This leads to a loss of control over energy and emotions, making one easily tired, irritable, and can even cause fainting in frail, elderly people. No matter how delicious they are, you should avoid lychees, as they are not for people who need to control their blood sugar and heart health. Choose other fruits that are healthier, cooler, and more stable for a body that needs gentleness and balance. 2. Grapes, tiny fruits that pack a super fast sweet punch into the bloodstream. Grapes, especially American grapes, black grapes, and seedless varieties, may be small, but they contain a very high amount of sugar for their size. In 100 grams of grapes, about a handful, there are 16 to 18 grams of natural sugar, mostly glucose and fructose, which are absorbed very quickly into the blood. Unlike apples or oranges, grapes lack soluble fiber, so when you eat them, the sugar has almost no barrier on its way into the bloodstream. For older adults with poor pancreatic function, this is a factor that can easily cause a rapid rise in blood sugar and a loss of insulin control. Even worse, if you eat grapes with sweetened yogurt or cheese, you are consuming a combo of sugar, fat, and protein that can easily overwhelm the digestive system and pancreas. Not to mention, many types of grapes today are treated with preservatives after harvesting to increase their shine and freshness, which is not good for the liver and kidneys, 2 organs that are already significantly weaker after the age of 60. Therefore, even though grapes look appealing and taste temptingly sweet, older adults should limit them as much as possible or eat only a few grapes along with plenty of fiber to slow down absorption. It's really not worth the risk. 3. Durian, the king of fruits with 3 times the normal amount of sugar and fat. Durian is a fruit with a distinctive, strong aroma and is rich in nutrients. But because it is so overly rich, durian becomes a dangerous choice for older adults, especially those with diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or mild kidney failure. On average, 100 grams of durian contains up to 27 grams of carbohydrates, mostly simple sugars and easily absorbed starches. Not only that, but it also contains a high amount of saturated fat, which forces the liver, pancreas, and kidneys to work much harder to metabolize it. For those with already poor filtering function, this causes toxins to accumulate quickly, blood to thicken, the cardiovascular system to be compressed, and blood sugar to skyrocket after eating. Additionally, durian has a heating property which can easily cause hot flashes, constipation, and digestive disorders if you eat too much. When durian is combined with coffee, carbonated soft drinks, or alcohol, something many older people mistakenly think is a delicacy. The consequences are even worse. It increases the risk of stroke or heart failure. Therefore, for older adults, durian is no longer a treat, but can be a potential hidden danger. 4. Rambutan, a sweet and juicy fruit with an alarmingly high glycemic index. Rambutan, with its soft, spiky skin, translucent white flesh, and refreshing sweetness, seems like a light and easy-to-eat fruit. But in reality, this fruit has a fairly high glycemic index, ranging from 59 to 66, which means it falls into the medium to high blood sugar-raising category. Rambutan contains a large amount of fructose and lacks fiber, so eating a lot of it will cause blood sugar to rise suddenly and be difficult to control for several hours afterward. Notably, older adults often tend to eat many at once, 5 to 7 fruits, because they are small, mildly sweet, and go down easily. This further forces the pancreas to work twice as hard. In addition, if you eat rambutans that are not fully ripe or have not been stored cleanly, older adults can experience digestive disorders, bloating, and even diarrhea or intestinal infections due to a weaker immune system. Rambutan also has a warming property. If eaten in the evening, it can easily cause internal heat, insomnia, and indigestion, which clearly affects the quality of sleep, something that is already fragile in older adults. Therefore, this is a fruit that older adults should consider carefully before adding to their menu, no matter how inviting its sweetness may be. 5. Jackfruit, with its intense sweetness and high starch content, causing bloating and metabolic disorders in the elderly. Jackfruit is a fruit with a powerful aroma that can easily captivate people with its fragrant scent and rich, dense sweetness. But that very flavor hides many risks for the health of older adults, especially for those who are controlling their blood sugar. In 100 grams of jackfruit, there are about 23 grams of carbohydrates, including natural sugar and a portion of starch, which combine to create a rapid blood sugar-raising effect. In addition, jackfruit has a high calorie content, nearly 100 calories per 100 grams, which can easily cause the body to accumulate fat, putting pressure on the cardiovascular system and increasing the risk of obesity in sedentary people. Jackfruit is also famous for its heating properties. If eaten in the late afternoon or evening, or if you eat a lot at once, it will cause bloating, indigestion, constipation, and nutrient absorption disorders. For older adults with reduced digestive enzymes, this is a major risk. Furthermore, jackfruit contains a lot of latex and ferments easily. If not stored properly, eating jackfruit that has started to ferment can cause digestive disorders and even food poisoning. In short, jackfruit is not for older adults who need to stabilize their blood sugar, have poor digestion, or have liver, kidney, or heart disease. If you're craving it, you should only eat 1 or 2 small segments, and it's best not to eat it at all. My dear friends, we now understand that not all sweet fruits are bad, but not all sweet things are safe either. Hidden sweet fruits like lychee, grapes, durian, rambutan, or jackfruit, if not controlled in the right amount and at the right time, can become silent time bombs that destroy the pancreas, liver, eyes, and blood vessels in unexpected ways. But the most valuable thing is that today, you have heard and you're ready to change. Every small adjustment in your daily fruit choices is how you rebuild your own fortress of health protection. No medicine needed, no anxiety, just being mindful, understanding correctly, and doing correctly. If you found these shares helpful, please like the video, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to the Living Well channel. Because just that one small action can help many people escape dangerous mistakes in their eating habits. I am your companion on the journey to a healthy old age. Thank you for watching until the end. I wish you good health and look forward to seeing you in the next videos on the Living Well channel. Goodbye, and I wish you peace.